First of all, I'm going to start with the analysis of characters in Double Indemnity. They are very conventional characters, and they have a very strong narrative with the characters, i.e. the femme fatale. She's very conventional, she's glamorous, seductive, manipulative, and she uses all of these to draw in her victims. Proxemics are used also to help establish this further, as well as the obvious such as costumes. The lead male protagonist is another typical conventional film noir character. He's a typical businessman which follows all the conventions. He is easily manipulated by the femme fatale, by her looks and seductiveness, and is willing to do whatever to get her affection and love. Looking at the sound in Double Indemnity, it's very deep, dark, fast-tempoed, mysterious and menacing. All these sounds create a deep, dark tension within the scenes in the narrative. The music also relates to the narrative in the sense that it emphasises the fact there's going to be a murder, that there's scheming, and that there's love. The music creates tension within the scene, and whereas the music as well also matches the characters. For instance, the music is very calm for the femme fatale and very passionate and loud when they are together, when she's with the main protagonist. It's fast-paced when there's trouble and when they're about to commit a crime. When looking at the mise-en-scene in Double Indemnity, it's very conventional and follows all of the conventions of film noir. If you look at props, there's props such as cigarettes, guns, voice recorders and telephones. These are all key in the genre, and they're all used within the film, and they all help to move along the narrative and add that realness to the narrative. If you look within the setting, they're all urban, which is another key convention when looking at film noirs. They use settings such as an office. This is normally where the main bit of the drama begins, as in Double Indemnity, he's an insurance salesman, and he begins the film in the office. And when you look at the femme fatale, again, her mise-en-scene follows a conventional femme fatale. She lives in a large, luxurious house, and she uses this to advantage to get what she wants. Moreover, when looking at the camera work in Double Indemnity, it is typically used to show the conventions of film noir. For instance, the femme fatale, the camera work shows many close-ups of her. It shows close-up of her feet as she walks down the steps. This makes her look very provocative. It also shows her chest in many of the frames. This shows her sexual manipulative side and shows how she's going to seduce the male protagonist. Low angles are also used to present the femme fatale. For example, when she's in the house, she's standing at the top of the stairs just in a towel, which in itself is very provocative. The camera is from Mr. Neff's point of view, looking up at the femme fatale. This shows her dominance and shows her power. This is obviously helped along by proxemics in many of the scenes. When she's standing at the top of the stairs, she's provocatively looking down on Mr. Neff, shows her power and her dominance. There are many other shots of cigarettes, blinds and canted angles, all key conventions in film noir. Finally, looking at the editing, it's very fast-paced when it comes to the crimes that they are committed. All the shots move in quick succession. There are also many fade to blacks, which moves along the narrative and shows it's a different day, different scene, and new drama is about to happen.